Okay. So this is really interesting, like everything in the Bible. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant. So I would you not be ignorant. How that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea. Now, what was this cloud? This cloud, remember that when they stood underneath God, I think it was a blue color. Um, but look at the word, Nephili. Now, interesting, right? What did Jesus walk with Adam with in the garden? Wasn't it a mist? So here's where you get into Satan playing this copycat game. It's basically what you get the Ark of the Covenant, how it was another one in heaven, and they work off that. And this key of Solomon demon words and things, and I believe with Jesus he allowed them this room, or allowed them maybe to continue in it when they went into the pigs, or maybe it was a change to it in some way. He's so brilliant. I couldn't. It's just like God is so brilliant. When you start studying what Jesus did and the spiritual warfare, it's like it. It just makes you fall in love with him over and over again, because how can he be so brilliant and so humble, so powerful yet so meek in his presentation? I just love him. He is everything I want to be like. And that is a passion in my heart. Nothing else really matters. It's being like him, because that's what Father wants. What is Hebrews 11:6, Romans 10:17? And that is the life you will have the most freedom in. You will have the most stretching room, because all this superstitious nonsense, Jesus just swat it down as soon as they try and make you superstitious. Now let's get back to this. So the cloud, right? It's interesting that that the chapter I got this from is actually covers kind of how they hide out in the gray area. Another place was when Jesus said, "We sang you a dirge, and then we danced for you," calling them out for how they hang in the gray area. They're Lucifer's. They copy God, because God's word perfectly dominates the gray area, and that's why it said He divides asunder. It can separate. It's sharp. Okay, and so Satan, of course, trying to copy God, what does he do? He tries to occupy the gray area. What's that look like? Oh, by covering up how the Genesis, how the fall actually, or what happened to the world, by saying that the world came out of chaos and the Big Bang, instead of saying Isaiah 45:18 says clearly that he does not create in vain. And then Jeremiah 4:23 covers the catable, the chaos. He saw it after Satan's, and actually I think the movie Lucy kind of shows it, when all that graphene and stuff, they basically I think tried to take over heaven with their stupid ideas anyways. And that's what I meant was like graphene and trying to pour it in there and just flood heaven. I don't know, whatever horrible idea it was, God was ready for it. But we look at Nephili. Now we look at the etymology of that word, and these things were brought over from the Hebrew into the English through what makes up English. It's like German, French, and so you see what I'm getting at. If the Mason Lodge, if the Kenites, and take that Kenites and move it to neck, and they get that neck. You'll always know when God takes one of them out, because, well, not always, but I've seen it before. He snaps their necks. It's very interesting how he uses their own methodology or whatever stuff against them. It's amazing. Like, he's proved that he's better at what they do than they are, and he does it sinless. I just love him so much. So anyways, we look at these etymology of that word, and this is why we say that they couched English to be a smear campaign naturally against God. Not to mention that they've woven in their craft symbols into the letters. They move them around. This is why X has Elon's X, it has like that middle gap in it. It's like an inside joke, like, oh yeah, we're gonna add this letter here, we're gonna do, and they won't know anything. And they're obsessed with this placing a lie in front of society, I believe, based on a flawed interpretation. Everything they do is of what 1.618 actually shows, the 666, but the sequence, the sequential order of things in nature, and some things in the spiral. Now that spiral is what they use to pull energy too. And I don't know if they think they can place themselves in and they get to go. I believe the commercial, remember when it was that Jesus, he gets us. I now believe that was the most blasphemous, arrogant commercial, basically telling God, you can only have us. We're it. You can't have the poor. Are you kidding me with that kind of arrogance? God, Jesus, he gets us. Not like he gets us, no, like they're demanding that he gets them and takes them into, no. They get the lake of fire for that kind of arrogance.